Hello there, this is Sue from Sue's Paper Creations, and it is Tuesday, so I've got another tip for you on how you can use up all those scraps that you have laying around from your cards to create some beautiful accent pieces, as well as backgrounds for your cards. So we might as well get started here. I'm going to be using some papers today that were left over from cards I was making, and they are from the Carried Away Designer Series papers in the Celebration Flyer. So that's on page 7. And you can actually earn these papers for free with a $60 item, as well as any other item that you might want out of the Celebration Flyer. So we've got that deal on right now until March the 31st. And we have 3 new celebration items that are going to be coming out February the 21st for you. A couple other stamp sets, as well as some glimmer papers that you can choose as your free items. So yeah, keep your eye open for that. So let's get started here. I have got just a piece of vanilla cardstock, and again, this was just a scrap that I had as well. It doesn't matter what color this scrap piece of paper is, because you're going to be covering it up with all your other little scraps. Okay, so I'm going to lay down some Tombow glue to start, and I just want to do a very, very thin layer all over the scrap of vanilla cardstock. Okay, now my next step is going to be just laying down these papers, and it doesn't matter that they're not the same length or the same width. Now the first round that I used, because I did tape this video once before, only I had my daughter and her friends come running in the door, so this is take 2. So these ones are actually, I cut up some new papers, and these are all the same length, but they don't have to be, because you're going to be, actually I'll show you the one that I used before. You can see how they were all different lengths, so they don't have to be all the same length, because you're going to be cutting something out of it. Okay, so we're going to be laying them down, and you just want to make sure that the papers are butt up nice and close to one another. Give them a good rub. And I think I'm going to go this one next. So they're all nice and flush. And then a little bit of dark. I like to alternate light and dark. Just adds a little bit of contrast. Okay, just like that. Now what I'm going to do, once you have your papers all glued on to your base, and they're all nice and flush, you're going to run it through the Big Shot. So you can pick any framelit that you want. I am going to be using the Banners framelit, and I've got one of the larger sizes. So I'm going to bring in my Big Shot here, and let's cut it out. So I've just got my magnetic platform. I've got one of my clear plates. I'm going to pop this down, and then just got a little scrap left in there. Just lay that over top. So I'm just making sure that the framelit here is just going in the area where this base is, okay, just so it all stays together. Just gonna lay that on there like that. And run it through, here we go. Now you can cut flowers, you can cut butterflies, you could also cut some of the larger circles and squares. That would be layers for cards. I thought this would be a really nice accent piece for cards. Okay, so here it is here. That's all. Again, you don't see any of those ragged pieces that are laying around that were in the original sheet of paper that you glued together. All you see is a beautiful, nicely edged shape with all of the papers all lined up nice and smooth and tight together. So it's like one solid piece. Isn't that very, very cool? Okay, so I'm going to layer it on a piece of mint macaroon cardstock. So this is how I'm going to put my card together. And with these Designer Series papers, they go together beautifully with the Lift Me Up stamp set that we've got in the Occasions catalog right now. And it also comes with a matching set of framelits, which are called Up and Away Thinlit Dies, and this has all the beautiful, beautiful different size balloons and layers that you can put in behind. So I've cut out one of these very detailed hot air balloons. It's the large one, as well as a little tiny one that I'm going to put on the card here. I have stamped out a little saying for you that already says, thanks for lifting me up. So I'm going to pop that in the top corner there. I have got a little tiny hot air balloon that I stamped in the Watermelon Wonder, and I put a little dimension on the back. I'm going to pop that in the corner. And then I'm just going to lay down, this is that hot air balloon. And they come with some cute, cute little sayings like thank you, a little one for note. There's also a little tiny heart here that you could attach at the bottom of your hot air balloon to make a little love note. So I made this one into a little thank you, but that's going to just lay on the card like that. And I've got a little bit of glue already on the back of that. And there you have it. So there is a very simple card, but with a unique little backdrop here that you've made from all of your scraps. Okay, the butterflies that I cut out, just so that you can see where they came from, that was made out of the Cupcakes and Carousel paper stack. And again, I just, strips of pieces that I had laying around, and that's what ended up coming out of the scraps, were those little butterflies. This one here, I'm actually going to keep the reverse version of it as well and make something with it. I ended up cropping the edges of it just because I thought that would make a really cool layer on a card. So I've got the positive and the negative that I'm going to use, and I'll post a couple cards made with those on my Facebook page as well as my blog, Sue's Paper Creations, and you can check those out and see how they turned out. Yeah, so before I go, I'm going to remind you of, I still have just a couple of my grab bags left for any orders that are placed through my online store that are $50 or more. You will be getting one of these mailed to you in the mail. And in here, I'm going to actually open this one up so you can see what's in here is everything that you need to create 4 cards. So every grab bag is going to be different, but all of them will have 4 card bases for you, 4, big chunks of designer series papers, and then all the layers that you need to create your card, pieces to stamp on, as well as I've got embellishments and a little bit of ribbon for accents. So these are just a little bonus for me to say thank you for placing an order through my online store. So place an order of $50 or more and you will receive one of these in the mail. Remember, if you add that extra $10 and you make it a $60 item, then you will be picking something out of the celebration catalog for free. So you not only get a free celebration, but I'm going to mail you one of these kits as well in the mail. So to qualify for this free kit in the mail, just remember you have to use my hostess code. When you go to that checkout page on the online store through my website online store is suephillip.stampinup.net, and you can just pop on over there. You can push on the shop now and have a look through all the catalogs. You can view them all online. When you go to checkout, just remember on the bottom left-hand corner, there is a little box that says host code. You want to pop this into the host code, and I will pop this into the mail for you. Well, a kit like this anyway. There will be different ones. I'm going to be making up a bunch this week, so I have them on hand. And yeah, you'll end up with a little surprise. So thanks for joining me, and I will be back on Saturday with another quick card for my Simple Saturday, which you can create in 10 minutes or less. And I hope to see you there. Thanks. Bye.